When we tap into that goddess of creation or your god of creation energy, you're no longer a victim of anything. You are the creator of your life, and you take accountability for everything that you knowing and unknowingly created in your life. And so it's very different. I really feel, Aries, this is the time where you're really breaking through to another point in your life. And remember, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Hello, Aries. Welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica, and this is your weekly Zodiac reading. Let's jump right in and see what energies and messages are coming through for you this week. The week of this beautiful full moon. It is the Hunter full moon, which is right after the harvest moon. So we are definitely preparing for winter. We are it's the Hunter's full moon just because it's kind of the gathering time before the winter. So actually I do feel those. So achievement and goddess of creation. So that is both of your energies for the week coming through very loudly. And next will be your future or higher self, and we will see what messages that you have for you this week regarding that message of the goddess of creation and achievement. So it really sounds like something's breaking through. The signal keeper, symbols, signs, and messages. Wow. All right, and next will be your spiritual support group. And this is, of course, your guides, your angels, that one right there. Anything in the 5D, goddesses, gods, demons, devils, everything that supports you. It's kind of that beautiful basket of spiritual support. And so their message for you is, or concern, is loss, lack, fear, and victimization. So last but not least, for all of these messages will be tips and tricks, or just, nope, too many. There is just something that you need to know this week, or FYI. So let's see. Motivation. So yes, I love that. That is really beautiful to go from loss and lack to motivation to get out of it. So let's define all these messages with tarot and see what's coming through for Aries. So what messages regarding this goddess of creation and achievement? So 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. Definitely some tired energy, but I feel like this is something that you're really breaking through. It's been for a while. There's been a lot of work, especially with all these retrogrades. We've got Justice, the World, bottom of the deck, and the Magician. So see, your higher and future self is like, keep going. We got this. And we've got 3 of Cups. Right there, Death. Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck. It's the Star. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck. Yep. And 5 of Pentacles. All right, so let's see. So a lot of you, with this 9 of Wands energy here, this is you've been through a tough time and you've worked through some stuff, and with all these retrogrades, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this retrograde with Mercury, if I can even think of the name, has been very intense, along with all the other planets, and we're going to be going into another retrograde of Mercury at the end of December. So it's just a lot right now, and I really, it is the gift. It is the gift to really break through these barriers that are holding us back for our potential, for our achievement, for that creation of where we're going. So it's really to look at all of these wands right here with this, that you're just right there. And with the 9, and of course that is the symbol of almost you're just breaking through it. So just hang tough. And I can see that with your future or higher self is really encouraging you to just keep holding on. I really do feel to stay in the present moment. And it's not the destination, it is very much so the journey. And sometimes the journey is filled with a lot of pain. And believe it or not, this is something that I know one day you will look back on and see that that is truly was a blessing. That was the push. That was the thing that assisted in shaping you where you are. And so before we move forward with planting our seeds, and I feel like you've already been doing that, now with all of this experience, all of this push, with all of this creation that you've literally gone through, you are now at this beautiful Knight of Pentacles where you are not necessarily moving forward, but you're not moving backwards. There's nowhere to go backwards. Once you completely go to enlightenment to a certain point, it's like you don't dip back. You just keep going. You can't go back asleep. You know what you know, what you know. And that's what I really feel that this energy is. You're planting seeds, but you're doing it different. You're doing it with wisdom. You're not taking a step until you know where you're going. And that's okay. Or you're becoming at peace with the trials, with the bumps, the bruises of life that have brought you this far. And you're starting to really see now that silver lining, because, you know, I know a lot of people sometimes think that I'm just so, you know, everything is so bright and cheerful. And there's a part of that when you switch your mind over to seeing the positive aspects of everything, your life completely changed. My life completely changed. I was not raised in an environment that saw positive things. It was doom and gloom. It was very cult religion, so it was based off of fear and shame. And so nothing was ever, there was no beautiful to anything. It was just this way or no way. And when we move out of that type of thinking, and a lot of that does come from religion. And I'm not boohooing on religion. Religion has a very specific role. It has the role of showing us what love isn't. And I know that's a lot, but it is. It shows us something that is the antithesis of love. And that is fear, and that is shame. It's all of the lower vibrations that say it must be this way or no way. And as you can see with life and with evolution and with the earth, there is no wrong way. If legs don't work, then we grow fins. If fins don't work, if eyes don't work, we move and we groove, and that is creation. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks and what works. And that's our life, is really that process of seeing what works, and there's no shame if it doesn't. It's shift, move into something else. And when we do that, we move with that care. We move with that Nine of Pentacles or that Knight of Pentacles energy of just going, well, now before I throw this at the wall, I'm going to do it now with wisdom. I don't need this, or I do need this, or this didn't serve me. And so now we are planting with clear intention, with wisdom. And that is a different thing in the universe. And so to go back to that, wherever you are, when you start liberating yourself from things that hold you back for the way you think, the way you move into the world, you really start seeing things in a different way. And your higher self is saying it's not only about balance, but it's justice. It's when we are in the flow of the universe, we're not in fear. We see how everything is injustice. Whatever we think about, thoughts are things, we create them. If we are focused on fear, if we think the world is a bad place, guess what? It is going to show up to you that way. If you think people are a-holes on the freeway, you're going to run into a lot of them on the road. And we are such powerful creators that we really have the ability to, when we set our point of attraction to something, we draw it to ourselves. And your higher self, with this, with signs, messages, you know it. Whenever you go think of something. I had someone who said recently that they have a knack for magically manifesting cookies, and they get them all the time. And I think that is so awesome. And so now if you have something that you can manifest and you know that you constantly do, now that is the little sign and message from the universe that you have the power to. It doesn't matter if you want cookies, if you want love, if you want money, if you want a vacation, if you want anything you want in life, that when you point your attraction to it and then let it go and watch it come to you, it will. And so with doing that, you've got the world right underneath the justice card of saying, Again, reiterating, you've got this. You've got the whole world at your fingertips. It's a matter of choosing it. And I do feel with justice, the world, and now the magician, like your higher self is saying you have everything of what it takes to create exactly what you want. As above, so below. And I like to see a little bit to what things are pointing at with the magician. So you've got basically he's pointing at the Ten of Swords, and he's pointing down towards the Knight of Swords. So I'm really feeling with the message with this is that this is, yeah, you focus on this, you're gonna get it. If you focus on something like being too aggressive with or egoic, you're going to get that. You're going to get an egoic world that reflects that back to you. So I really feel that this is the map down to get what you want, but make sure your point of attraction, mind your thoughts. And you know, that's something that I feel like we're not trained to do when we're young. It's something that I learned when I was in my early 40s to do, was to actually pay attention to where my mind is going. And so it's just conscious thinking, it's self-awareness. And so when we focus on self-awareness, we really do go, oh, that's not what I want to think about. So I'm going to shift that, I'm going to change that. And now you are in choice. You become the master of your life when you truly decide where you're going. Loss and lack, I really feel like that's the undercurrent here with everything that is the plus here. It is up to you to choose what you create. And loss and lack, fear, and victimization. So with the Three of Cups underneath here, perhaps your guides are having you look at the company you keep. And the company you keep is, you know, that's sometimes a challenging thing with moving into consciousness of life. As we choose ourselves, as we choose our healing, sometimes there's relationships that fall away because they are no longer of the same vibration. And it becomes a little bit challenging to hang out with people that are doom and gloom, loss, lack, fear, and victimization when you're going, I am choosing something else. And you can, of course, always invite them, but everyone's on their own path and journey. So I'm only kind of looking at this. You've got Three of Cups right here, and then you've got Death. I really feel that there is going to be the ending of some relationships in your life that they could be friendships, they could be even just a little bit of some separation for family members, for people that just are not understanding your journey, understanding your choices, understanding your consciousness. And so it's not wrong, it is the path, everything, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And sometimes we also just take breaks from people that get to go do their own thing, and we kind of hope, we pray, and we hold the space for them that they will choose their own healing as well in a higher vibration. But if they don't, that's also perfect. And so be careful with that energy of perhaps holding on to or charging after, of trying to get them to change their ways. I really feel with all of this and where this is leading, that this is just a caution of just going, this horse is in strain. I know that we all kind of do it when we choose our own consciousness and enlightenment. We want to share it with everyone we love. We want them to experience the same healing, the same enlightenment, the same peace, the same joy, the same liberation. But it's not us to change. And so I really feel with all of these, this is, you can always invite. You can always inspire by your own actions, but you can't march in and change their life and their journey. So keep that in mind with this. Stay to the course. You're doing so great. There's this, your overall energy is achievement and goddess of creation. It really is in tapping into that powerful softness of love and allowing and receiving. And so when you do that, let that be your motivation. Tap into how far you've come. For that motivation, you've got the Star card here. You could have some Aquarius in your zodiac, or you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or just tapping into your own Aquarian energy of going, I can I got this. Even when it's in the dark, I know my North Star. I know where I'm going. And now because of that, you're not going to fight anymore what is or be in that loss or lack. So you've got that right here, right? And so if we tap into that Aquarian energy, that's the opposite of all of that energy of victimization. And so maybe this is walking away. This is no longer trying to fight the people that are in your life for them to change. You're just being who you are. And so with that, I'm just seeing, because it's not really, this is just, you're not in this energy anymore. So you may have to just also use those ones that are choosing to stay in that vibration as your motivation of, oh my gosh, I do not ever want to be at that vibration again. And it's not hoo-hooey. They are actually showing up for you in a beautiful way of showing you what love isn't. And that is a gift. That really is. And sometimes when we see all these energies, I really do feel that we use that as a beautiful motivation of going, I don't want to be there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in that misery anymore, or victimization that I'm just a victim. Because really, when we tap into that goddess of creation or your god of creation energy, you're no longer a victim of anything. You are the creator of your life, and you take accountability for everything that you knowing and unknowingly created in your life. And so it's very different. I really feel, Aries, this is the time where you're really breaking through to another point in your life. And remember, it's not the destination, it's the journey. So see in every day and in every moment how today is your beautiful paradise of love and growth and learning and leaning into truly the resistance and all the things that life is, all of the emotions, all of the bliss and the pain, on how it is simultaneously the same thing when we embody what being our divinity is. It is all the things. So I love this. I know a very deep reading today for you for this week, but I love the energy. Keep going, keep that motivation, and you are doing this. So great job. So thank you so much for joining me, Aries, and I'll see you next time. Bye.